'Tis the season for fails, the time of year when everything is supposed to be perfect, but let's face it, things don't always go as planned. From tangled lights to toppled trees, the holiday season is ripe for some of the funniest and most unexpected mishaps. Hello everyone, Reese here, and oh my goodness, I absolutely love Christmas. Christmas songs, the smell of fresh pine, and the joy of giving and receiving gifts. It's a magical time that brings out the best in all of us. But let's not forget, it's also a time when things can go hilariously wrong. Picture this, you're sitting by the fire, sipping on some hot chocolate, and everything seems perfect. The tree is lit, the stockings are hung, and the room is filled with the warm glow of holiday lights. But then, out of nowhere, chaos strikes. Like that time I tried to fit an enormous teddy bear into my niece's stocking. I thought it would be a cute surprise, but it turned into a wrestling match between me and the stocking. Pure magic, right? Or maybe just pure comedy, but let's be honest, folks, sometimes magic takes a wrong turn and ends up in disaster territory. We've all been there. The perfectly planned holiday dinner that ends up burnt, the gingerbread house that collapses, or the snowman that looks more like a snow blob. You know what I mean? Those moments when you just have to laugh because, well, what else can you do? It's all part of the holiday experience. Those times when the Christmas tree has a mind of its own, deciding to topple over just as you finish decorating it. Or when your cat thinks the tree is its new playground and sends ornaments flying in every direction. And let's not forget the fairy lights. Oh, the fairy lights, they look so beautiful when they're working, but getting them to that point is a whole other story. Tangled wires, bulbs that refuse to light up, and the inevitable moment when the entire strand goes dark for no apparent reason. And then there's Santa. Poor Santa. He's got a tough job, and sometimes things don't go as smoothly as planned. Whether it's slipping on the snow, getting stuck in a chimney, or having sleigh troubles, Santa's got his fair share of holiday fails too. Sometimes even Rudolph's red nose isn't enough to save the day. But you know what? That's what makes the holidays so special. It's not about everything being perfect, it's about the memories we create, the laughter we share, and the stories we tell for years to come. So embrace the fails, laugh at the mishaps, and enjoy every imperfect moment of this wonderful season. Because at the end of the day, it's these moments that bring us closer together, whether it's decorating the tree, setting up the lights, or just spending time with loved ones. The holiday season is all about connection and joy. So here's to the fails, the laughs, and the unforgettable memories. Happy holidays, everyone. Right then, first up, we've got a Christmas tree that's got a bad case of the wobbles. This family's already hanging baubles, maybe singing along to Mariah Carey, living the Christmas dream. But watch out, little Timmy. That tree's about to vanish faster than your dad after he says he'll top up the eggnog. Next, it's the most wonderful time of the year. For electricians, we've got families wrestling with those tangled Christmas lights like they're trying to solve one of those twisty puzzles blindfolded. And the light displays, don't even get me started. We're talking coordinated light shows that would make professional dancers jealous. If professional dancers were likely to short-circuit, that is. Chapter 3. Hold on tight to your reindeer, everyone, because Santa's coming, in hot. This year, Santa's sleigh ride is anything but smooth. As he zooms through the night sky, the reindeer are working overtime to keep everything on track. But it seems like Santa's got a need for speed, and he's not slowing down for anything. The wind is howling, the snow is falling, and Santa's sleigh is swerving left and right. It's a wild ride, and Santa's holding on for dear life. And by hot, I mean he might need an ice pack after that landing. Santa's not just dealing with high speeds, he's also facing some pretty rough landings. One minute he's soaring through the air, and the next he's tumbling into a snowbank. It's a good thing he's got that big, fluffy suit to cushion the fall. But even Santa's magic can't prevent every mishap. He's taking a few spills, and it's not always a graceful descent. From chimneys that are more like a chimney's second cousin twice removed, Santa's having a tough time making his deliveries. Some of these chimneys are so narrow it's a wonder he can squeeze through at all. And when he does, it's not without a struggle. He's wriggling, he's squirming, and sometimes he's just plain stuck. It's a tight fit, and Santa's feeling the squeeze. But he's determined to get those presents delivered, no matter what, to sleigh malfunctions that would make even the Grinch wince. Santa's sleigh is having a few technical difficulties. It's tipping over, it's malfunctioning, and it's giving Santa a run for his money. The reindeer are doing their best to keep things steady, but sometimes even they can't prevent a mishap. It's a bumpy ride, and Santa's doing his best to keep everything under control, but it's not always easy, and sometimes things go a little haywire. These Santas are definitely on the naughty list for clumsiest arrivals. From tripping over presents to slipping on ice, Santa's having a bit of a rough night. He's trying his best to keep everything on track, but sometimes things just don't go as planned. It's a series of unfortunate events, and Santa's taking it all in stride. He's laughing, he's shaking it off, and he's getting back on his feet, because no matter how many times he falls, Santa's always ready to get back up and keep going. After all, Christmas is all about perseverance, joy, and a little bit of holiday magic. Chapter 4. Let's be honest, the kitchen is where the real Christmas magic happens. Or, blows up in your face. We've got turkeys drier than your Uncle Bob's jokes, gravy that's decided to stage a rebellion, and gingerbread houses that look like they've been through a tornado. But hey, at least the smoke alarm's having a party, right? Chapter 5. And lastly, we can't forget our furry friends who just can't help but get involved in the Christmas chaos. Whether it's the twinkling lights, the shiny ornaments, or the tantalizing smells of holiday treats, our pets are irresistibly drawn to the festive spirit. They bring their own unique charm and hilarity to the season, making our celebrations even more memorable. We're talking cats using the Christmas tree as their personal climbing frame, scaling it with the agility of a seasoned mountaineer. They bat at the ornaments, sending them flying across the room, and sometimes even manage to topple the entire tree. It's a sight to behold, and while it might be a bit of a hassle to clean up, it's hard not to laugh at their antics. These feline friends turn our living rooms into their playgrounds, adding a touch of wild adventure to our holiday decor. Then there are the dogs who think those presents under the tree are giant chew toys. They tear into the wrapping paper with glee, often revealing the gifts before we have a chance to. Their excitement is contagious, and their joy in the simple act of unwrapping is a reminder of the pure, unadulterated happiness that the holiday season can bring. Whether they're chewing on a new toy or just enjoying the crinkly sound of the paper, dogs bring a sense of fun and spontaneity to Christmas morning, and maybe even a cheeky hamster who's decided to steal all the Christmas cookies. These tiny critters have a knack for finding the sweetest treats and making off with them when no one's looking. Watching a hamster nibble on a cookie that's almost as big as it is can be endlessly entertaining. It's a small reminder that the holiday spirit isn't just for humans. Our pets get to enjoy the festivities too in their own mischievous ways. Trust me, you haven't lived until you've seen a tiny chihuahua try to drag a Christmas cake bigger than itself across the floor. The determination and sheer willpower of these little dogs are truly inspiring. They might be small, but their festive spirit is enormous. Watching them struggle and eventually succeed in moving their prize is a heartwarming sight that encapsulates the joy and perseverance of the holiday season. So as we celebrate, let's not forget to include our pets in the fun. After all, they are part of the family, and their antics bring laughter and love to our homes during this special time of year. Well, there you have it, folks. Proof that even at Christmas, things don't always go as planned. But hey, that's half the fun, isn't it? Because let's be real, sometimes those mishaps become the stories we tell for years to come.